What I don't understand is what is it with Bryan Cranston taking small roles in big movies that usually flop at the box office? I mean, the man has won 3 Emmys. He's Walter White, he is Heisenberg, he's the one who knocks. He doesn't need to take roles like this. But anyway, here's my review of Total Recall. So recently I went to go see Total Recall, which is the remake of the 1990 Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and also is adapted from the novel from Philip K. Dick, which I never read, but I heard was very good. Now, Total Recall takes place a little while in the future, and it follows this man, Douglas Quaid, and he's kind of a little bored with his life. He's kind of tired of the same routine every day, and to spice up his life a little bit, he goes to this place called Total Recall, even when everyone's telling him not to. So he goes to this place, and at Total Recall, they basically implant your brain with artificial memories, and you kind of live out through those memories. So in these memories, he decides to be a secret agent. But at the beginning of this process, though, something goes wrong, and these men with guns come rushing in. They tell him to put his hands up. They say that, and they mistake him for a secret agent. And then Colin Farrell beats them all up, and he has no previous, training or anything, and he has no idea how he did this or what happened. So a big question that throughout the whole movie is whether it is real or whether it is recall. So as I said, this is a remake of the 1990 Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, which a lot of people really like. I saw it too. I do like that movie. And I think a big question going into this, for me at least, was whether or not it could be as good or even better than the original movie. And I'll be answering that question later in the review. So let's start off with the cast. We have Colin Farrell, who plays Douglas Quaid. And Colin Farrell is a really good actor, but he has to be, in a good movie, though. He has to be... I really liked his performance in Fright Night, for example. But in this movie, although he was fine and everything, he was just too straight. He just didn't, do anything special. It wasn't really a memorable performance by him. And although Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't really known for being the best actor, I do feel like Total Recall is one of, his better roles. And I didn't think that Colin Farrell was quite as good as him. So also in this movie we have Kate Beckinsale, who basically plays the Sharon Stone role from the original movie. And I kind of liked her character in this movie. I thought she gave a pretty good performance. And I liked how they did more with her character than they did with Sharon Stone's character in the original. She had a much bigger part in the movie. Also in this movie is Jessica Biel, who plays Rachel Tickerton. I don't know how to say that. I think Tickerton. She plays Rachel Tickerton's part from the original. And I thought she was fine in this. I mean, I'm not a huge Jessica Biel fan. To me, she just gives basically the same performance in every movie. So she was fine. And then my favorite performance in the movie has to go to Bryan Cranston, who plays Cohaagen. And Cohaagen, the man who played in the original, I don't know his name, but I actually liked his performance a lot in the original. And I thought Bryan Cranston was even better. He's one of my favorite actors, Bryan Cranston, but as I said in the opening of this video, he does seem to take a lot of roles that, he probably shouldn't be taking. I'm a huge Bryan Cranston fan because I love Malcolm in the Middle, I love Breaking Bad, and when I see him in roles like this, it just kind of bothers me because I know these movies usually aren't super successful at the box office, and he hasn't had that much box office luck lately. So it just kind of bothers me to see him in this movie, even though he did give a really great performance. Also, Len Wiseman directed this movie, who's done the Underworld film starring his wife Kate Beckinsale. He has done Live Free or Die Hard. For me, I'm not a huge fan of him, but he brought a really great energy to this movie, and he did a pretty good job with it. But one of my favorite parts about this movie, one of my favorite aspects about it, is the visuals. The visual effects are really awesome. They're really cool to look at. They're almost a little too good for this movie, because, I mean, the movie had a $200 million budget, and I can't really see it making that back. So, I think the studio gave it too much of a budget, but still, the visual effects were cool to look at, and they were fun. Also, there's some great production and world design. I mean, this whole environment that they create in the future is just really well constructed and everything. So those were basically the things I really enjoyed about this movie, but one of the things that I'm kind of on the fence about is that the movie's full of action. I mean, it goes from one action scene to the next. And then, although that's really fun and it makes it a lot funner of a movie, that really doesn't leave time for anything else. I mean, there's no, character depth. I never really feel anything for the characters. I mean, I think they could have slowed down the action for some of the movie and just kind of concentrated on the characters so we actually feel for them. Another problem I kind of have with this movie is that if you've seen the original, you kind of know where everything's going. You know what's going to happen before it happens. I thought they could have changed things up in this movie a little bit more than they did. And I gotta say that, knowing, everything that was going to happen made the movie a lot less enjoyable. Also, something the movie really suffers from, and one of my least favorite things about the movie, is that it has a really bad script. And, You know, I think the script for the original Total Recall was so great because there are all these great one-liners and everything, but they mixed in comedy in the script too, and there were some really funny moments. And in this movie, I mean, they have attempts at comedy, but none of them really work. And I thought if they put some of that comedy back into the film, that it would have just been a lot more fun to watch and just a better movie overall. And one of my final complaints about this movie is that, you know, the first, like, you know, two-thirds of the movie, I really enjoyed it, I was having a good time, but then, you know, the last third of the movie, it just really kind of dropped the ball, and I felt like they could have continued some more story aspects, and they just kind of dropped the ball on a bunch of stuff. I mean, I thought one of the bigger questions in the movie was whether it's real or recall, and in the last third of the movie, they just kind of, like, forget about that, you know, it's not even about that anymore, it seems like. So now I'm going to choose between which one I like more, the new 2012 Total Recall or the old 1990 Total Recall. So although both movies are, you know, have certain aspects to them that are better than the other one, I still have to say that I like the original 1990 Total Recall more. It was just more fun to watch to me. I loved the performances. I thought Arnold Schwarzenegger did like a really great job. I thought it had a great script with comedy spliced throughout it and some great one-liners, and it was just, you know, an enjoyable movie. So overall, I enjoyed this movie, but I didn't love it. It had some cool visual effects, some cool production design too. But it did have a lot of problems, some being with the script, some being with it was, you know, too action-packed, not leaving enough room for, you know, characters and their depth and everything. So overall, I'm going to give the movie a 5.5 out of 10. It's a fun movie, I think you'll have a fun time watching it, but it's not very memorable. Alright guys, so thanks for watching my review of Total Recall. So in the comments below, tell me, you know, if you saw this movie yet, if you liked it, if you want to see this movie. And also tell me if you did see the movie, which version you like more, the 1990 Total Recall or the 2012 Total Recall. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Alright, bye.